I think UC's game last night, first of all, was a really good college basketball game. Really high-end Big 12 college game. We're not talking like two upper-crust teams. We're talking about two bubble teams. It feels like Baylor would be in. If the bracket were drawn up today, UC would be out. That's fine. But two teams playing with a lot on the line, very good atmosphere. There were some shaky moments with the officiating late in the first half, but by and large, terrific sporting event, well-played game, back and forth, a lot of uncomfortable moments. Bearcats made just enough plays. Dylan Mitchell was awesome last night. Like, they're going to need every bit of that times 10 on Saturday. Day Thomas made some big plays. Atones for dribbling off his foot by making a huge three. Aziz Bandego's last two plays at the end of the game. Like, exactly what we have been waiting for since he became eligible last season. Really good game, great atmosphere, a lot of meaning attached to it, and it comes at the end of a stretch where UC has won 5 out of 7. They have played well. And I got beat up on social media for saying after they played Iowa State, extraordinarily frustrating game, I thought they played well. They didn't win. They got a tough whistle in that game. But they also played a really, 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 really good team in their building. Sometimes playing well is not enough. This team has gotten better. It's improved. It looks, for the most part, like a dramatically different team than the one that was floundering through games against BYU on the road, Utah on the road, certainly West Virginia at home. They are playing better. I think if they play the way they did last night, or they play the way they have during these last 3 weeks, if we take that and drop it into January, we're talking about it differently. We're talking about this team's high end and its ceiling and its potential and what they might look like when they're playing in March. Unfortunately, we're not there. And so I think it's very fair to acknowledge they've gotten better. And by the way, that's a reflection of the coach. Wes Miller takes some heat when the team plays poorly, should get some credit when the team plays well. That's how it works. The Josh Reed ascension has been something to behold because it was totally out of left field. It's been great. But then you look at the calendar, it's February 26th. They're 7-10 in league play. They've already got 11 losses. They have to go to Houston and beat one of what I think is one of the best 3 teams in college basketball on their own floor, and then win 2 more games just to finish 500 in the league and have 20 wins. It's a really tough ask. It's not unlike the Bengals season where you just, as they're doing what they're doing late in the year, you appreciate it, you talk about it, you get excited about it, you cheer for it. But the entire time you're wondering, God, where was some of this earlier in the season? Now, to be fair, the Bengals beat up on bad opponents late in the year. UC hasn't played and beaten awesome opponents, but Baylor's pretty good. I feel like the season's going to end and we're going to do exactly what we did at the end of the Bengals season and look at so many of those games or individual moments that if they go different, instead of being just on the outside looking in, they're in. I hope I'm wrong about this. Maybe they pull off the upset. Maybe they win the next 2 after that. Maybe they go on a run in Kansas City and we wake up on Selection Sunday knowing we're going to see Cincinnati on the screen. And maybe they lose the next 3 and it's a moot point, but they're trending in the right direction on the floor. It just doesn't feel like there's enough time to make up for the hole they dug in January.